This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Voldemort back here with another episode of Dark Souls. We haven't gotten Hollow yet. In the last episode, we went through the undead parish and fought all sorts of things. Boars, knights, undead, and, other such things. But we made our way back to the shortcut, and we found our way back to Fireleague Shrine. We found some secrets on top of it. We found a way back to the Undead Asylum, but we're not quite prepared for that yet. So we need to make our way back to the Undead Parish. But before we do that, let's talk to a couple of people we've run across the way and see if there's anything new. Hello, Crestfallen Warrior. Do you have any more news to share?
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a Hollow.
What? Who? Who are you talking about? We never met any sorcerer. Is that some new character? And him and Big Hat Logan? Have you broken your script? Oh, well, whatever, fine. Anything else to say?
What now? I'm not up.
Okay, so Crestfallen Warrior mentions that apparently there has been some sorcerer dude that had come around here at some point. Either we missed him or he was here only briefly looking for his master. Well, can't mess with that. So now that we earned a talisman from previously by basically finding the secret behind this place, let's talk to our friend here and get some faith. Or get some faith spells.
I will teach you miracles. A promise is a promise, after all.
I guess he has no new dialogue, I don't think.
Very well. I can surely...
Okay. He's on a quest, we already know that. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, what's the point of entering his covenant, Winter of the White? As far as I understand, there's no, you can't really level up in it. All it is by entering in the Way of the White Covenant, basically, as far as I know, I don't think your faith spells are any better. All it is that when your white soapstone appears, it will appear it'll appear above others, who aren't of the Way of the White. So if you're not of a covenant or a different type of covenant in the game, when you're summoned, yours will pop up more likely than other players, so you have a higher chance of getting summoned. That's pretty much the main reason. But anyway, let's purchase some items. Now, I'm not playing a faith-based build in this game, so I will not be using any of these miracles. Now, I might off-screen buy them just for the sake of completion, but I'll never actually use them. The one I want to buy is Heal. And I've already got a talisman for that. Now, if you're not going to do much with talismans and stuff like that, and you want to either have powerful faith without actually having high faith, you might look into buying the Thororun talisman. It actually gives you, at low faith, it actually gives you a lot of power. But if you increase your faith up to a certain point, I forgot the exact number. I think it's if you put your faith above 20 or 25, this actually becomes worthless and you want a better one. But we're just going to buy Heal because we've already got a talisman, so you can cast it, and you don't really need Heal to be much better than... It's basically a supplementary heal during the middle of areas between bonfires, so I can heal without wasting my Estus flasks. Because who knows if someone will kindle their fires while running around, so I want to actually have a bit of extra healing on the way.
Come again. The effectiveness of the...
Now, buying faith is... you have to attune your spells before you can use them, so let's go back to the, oh, there's another player playing right now, so nice. Alright, attune magic, and since I have one attunement, let's go ahead and click heal, there you go. Now I can, now to cast heal, or cast faith or magic, so you have to highlight your, whatever it is you're using, whether it be a catalyst or that, or a pyromancer's glove, and then you just press the trigger that you use for it. There you go. So we can heal. But rebuild that because I don't want to have it. Like I said, it's only for in-betweens. I'm probably never going to use these during fights unless I have a really good time to use it because, of how slow everything is. Now, you probably noticed that my souls number, and you've noticed my humanity is at 10 now. Well, off screen, I was doing some soul harvesting. Not for levels, mind you, but I did it... Oh, actually, now that I have a few souls. Actually, I want to level up once. I was soul harvesting for items from the blacksmith. I just bought one of everything just to be a completist about it, like all the weapons and stuff like that. I also bought, where is it? I bought that Artorias patch thing, which was like 20,000 souls. The crest of Artorias. This crest opens a door, the Darkroot Garden, sealed by ancient magic. The door leads to the grave of Sir Artorias, the Abyss Walker. Many adventurers have left for the grave, but none have returned, for they make easy prey for local bandits. With such dangers, the crest can do more harm than good in the hands of the uninitiated. Yeah, it's 20,000. Basically, I just saved soul farmed for that. I wanted to not gain a lot of souls and level up off screen because I wanted to kind of like, if people are kind of playing along, to kind of be around level. Basically, the way I got souls is I actually didn't kill a lot of people. I kind of just offered my assistance to help people fight the boss, the tourist demon, from earlier in that area. You'd be surprised how many people offer assistance if you put your soapstone like right next to the bonfire there, because they'll need the help through the area and the boss. You don't have to accept those help, but I wanted to anyway. I think I do just for the equipment load option for this case. So, all right. Now we can finally take on the boss of the area, of the undead parish. Who will it be? Who knows? And you're probably thinking, well, obviously I played the game before, I know what's going to happen, but how would I, as a normal player, know that there's a boss? I mean, I played games before this. I know that every area has some type of encounter, whether it be a boss or a trap or something like that. It's just, if you just put 2 and 2 together, I mean, it's not too hard to figure out. And you probably all are probably wondering, am I going to offer my ask for the assistance of fellow AI in the game to help for bosses? And the answer is yes, I am. The main reason for that is just to show what options you have in the game for fighting bosses. I can beat most of the bosses by myself, and if you don't have player friendly in-game AI to help you, then it gets a little it actually increases the difficulty of boss when you do it. I think it's like 10% for every character of stat. They're like their stat and HP growth or something like that. Now, before we head on over here, we have a guy like right here in our way. You see that guy hanging out there? I don't want to activate those guards. I just want to show you what this guy does. He'll actually try to magic you. Oh, no, he hit me. Dang it. All right, well. Now there's a couple ways that now, like, you're probably not supposed to notice him at first, or if you went straight through here before, you know, you'd probably get hurt quite a bit. You're supposed to encounter him now. One way to take him out now is I won't do a lot of damage, but I just want to show what your options are for that. Maybe I should upgrade my dex just once just to make my bow more efficient, but you can actually just archer his rear right here, see? I'm not doing a lot of damage, so the sad thing is that it'll take me quite a while just to finish him off. But that's, so if you've got a bow or a decent strength item, or a bow, like you've leveled up your bow enough, then that might be the way to go, so keep that in mind. I'm going to fight him the hard way because, well, you know, that's just the build I'm going with. Alright. First we got a knight up here, let's take him out. Now, the great thing about the build I'm going with is that you can basically browbeat people to death. So, oh, he dropped a buckler, nice. The main reason why I did just enough, oh, we got a Titanite Shredder as well. The reason why I got a 10 up there for my humanity and haven't spent yet is because like I said before, humanity increases your dang it, my internet's not working properly today. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, if you don't you know, I'm gonna turn it off for now, and just if my second episode, I'll my next episode, I'll try to have the internet. This happens sometimes where I live, so it's just gonna happen. Basically, what happens is that if you're not on the internet, you can't be invaded in human form, and you can't get messages. So, well, that sucks. But we'll just play for now, and then I'll try to upload it later, maybe in another episode. The interesting thing about this game is because it doesn't we got our first kind of like trap. If you're not paying attention, you can easily just run in and then get like just absorbed by like freaking undead. You know what I mean? See, kind of almost dead there. If I can, luckily I have that. Oh no! Frickin' A! I forgot. No. Well, that was a bust. Well, if I was better prepared, you know, like I should have had my Estus flax. But anyway, yeah, if you're not paying attention, you can just run into that room and get attacked by like, you know, I forgot there's like I think 10 undead in there, so it's like one of many things that the game tries to do to trick you. Luckily, I have the armor for it, so I mean, I probably could handle that a bit better because I wasn't equipped on Estus flask. Now, they're actually more dangerous because of this douche right here. Huh. Well, I'll kill him later. He actually powers them up. So, but the great thing about him is he's a one-time. Like, after you kill him, he's gone. He won't respawn when you redo an area, for example. So we'll get back to him later after I get all the treasures up here, because I want to make sure to get all that before I fight the boss, because I just want to go straight to. I don't think there's anything else up here, but I'm not quite gonna encounter the boss just yet. We're about to, but I want to find all the secrets before I do. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So now we just need to explore the rest of this place. But yeah, up there's the boss, by the way. I'm just gonna drop here, take the damage. Not too bad. Like I said, I don't got healing. So, you know, funny thing, I just used an Estus flask, asked for fighting the undead, and saying, I'm using healing, so I won't have to waste Estus flask. And I just wasted an Estus flask. But anyway, whatever. Oh, dang it. Man, I'm just off my game today, you know what I mean? Because the point of this build is to, like, you know, not to... It's to just browbeat my enemies to death. Dang it, what the heck, man? Well, sometimes you're just gonna have those days, you know what I mean? You're just gonna be out of sorts. Alright. There we go. I just finished him off. Man, talk about not being, like, you know, I do pretty decent up to, oh, I think I've got the whole Baldur set, too. All these Baldur Knights will drop a full set of helmet, gloves, chest piece, and boots. And also a shield. And sometimes I think sometimes they'll drop a rapier, if I remember correctly. Depending on which version you're fighting. Alright, so after we get rid of him, let's go over here. And get this guy up. Ah, well, he hollered. Oh well, he gives us some humanity. Hooray. I might try equipping like other types of enemy armor just for like going through small areas just to show you. Actually, why don't we do that since I'm not going to fight the boss quite yet. I'll show you the Baldur armor. Baldur. I think that's how you say it. Baldur set, so I look just like the. I also have the Baldur shield as well. Shield of the Knights of the Ancient Kingdom of Baldur, tweaked for improved stability. Baldur was the name of Knight King Rendal, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after a widespread outbreak of undead. I think all of his armor says that too, if I remember correctly. Yep. Helmet of the Age of Ancients, made from thick iron plates. Yeah, Baldur. Oops, sorry. Most of the armor says a similar, description. So anyway, yep. See, we're a Knight of Baldur now. Hooray! I mean, it's not the... if I remember, it's not that great of armor. Some of the main sets you get are better than enemy armor, which is kind of sad. You have to work to get enemy armor, so it's almost just mainly a customization thing. But anyway, we find a man locked in this cage here. Oh man, what'd you do? Are you just a poor undead left to his own devices because you're undead?
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
Oh, well, we actually got a key. Remember, we found a key early on that about unlocking like a small door, or I forgot what the key is actually called. What was it? Yeah, it's the mystery key. Opens a prison cell. Well, it's for him. Now people who are aware of Dark Souls already know who this guy is, but we'll pretend we don't know who he is.
I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Why not? There's no reason for not to trust him, even though we've been attacked by multiple different things, but he's actually coherent, and he hasn't gone hollow yet, so why not? Here you go, buddy. Now, if you don't want to mess with some troubles later on, you might want to either not let him out or just finish him off right now. But like I said, we're going to pretend like we don't know anything.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later.
Okay, you can't give it to me now?
Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
Oh, that makes sense. You know, just he wants to absorb his freedom.
Free. Now, I can get back to work.
Oh, what a jolly fellow. What type of work do you do?
I am free.
Oh, oh, okay, well, cool. Are you gonna leave, or
I am free.
get up? He will leave eventually, if I remember correctly, if you wait long enough. I don't know if I actually want to mess with that. But yeah, he will eventually start walking out. Now, with that done, I could go ahead and fight the boss. However, I'm just gonna quit my night scare again because I want to be fully prepared. You have noticed I have upgraded some of my armor and stuff like that. It's probably best to upgrade your current armor set at least to 1 if you've got enough souls, same as your weapon, just for the boss. Don't have to go overboard, but at least giving it a quick upgrade would be probably be good for your character and everything like that. Whoops, wrong way. I don't know why I was going that way. Actually, I wonder if I could hit that dude from here. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, did he come back up here? Oh, he did. Huh. Funny. Alright, let's see if we can, I could come up to... He's actually kind of dangerous, weirdly enough. Mainly, not for his magic so much. Well, I mean, it hurts, but... Oh, well. Only the crossbow's a bit quicker. Haha. No, he's dangerous because of his melee attack, actually. His spear, like... His spear, like, spins in place and stabs you and does, like, 3 hits at once. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. There is a rare chance for him to drop his spear, which, unfortunately, even with the 10 humanity, I didn't get it. I guess I need another thing to improve my item discovery. Don't worry, there are a couple other chances to get that spear from him. Now, I'm going to go back to the bonfire and rest. Now, there's a reason I want to do that. And I'll show you here in a second when we actually get back here. I guess I could cut to do that, but it only takes like a few seconds anyway. And you're thinking, why would I do that? I just cleared everyone out. I'll have to do that all over again. Well, it's not as bad as it looks, and I'll cut to when I get back to the boss anywhere if I show a specific screen. But there's a reason I want to at least go back. One, I want to make myself human, for one. And since I'm not online, I don't have the risk of being invaded. Now, I would just deal with the invasions as is, but since my internet isn't working properly today, I don't want to wait forever for it to get fixed. So we'll just suffer it. Now, yeah, being invaded is one of the things in the game, but the sad thing is that the area around the Tauros demon, the area around the next boss, is usually where the most difficult PvPers hang out, because unfortunately, PvPing isn't scaled by level. It's just who's ever available. So you can easily be level 15 and fight like a level 120 PvPer, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you either die or kill yourself or you disconnect your internet, you know. So luckily in the second game they fixed that a bit, so it's a bit better scaling, but in this game, well, unfortunately that's just not the case. Alright, I want to keep my 10 humanity there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one to get myself 11. Because restored your humanity uses those things at the top. So. Alright, we want to reverse hollow. more human again. Being human, if I remember correctly, 1, you can summon people. 2, it's harder to curse you in human form, if I remember correctly. But anyway, hello. Lotrick has made his way back here, and he's set up to the Firekeeper. Must have a thing for ladies with no tongues. How's it going, buddy?
Hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
All right. Oh. Okay, that's cool.
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not
jolly.
enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
You're a jolly fellow. You got more. You probably got more things for me. I appreciate it. What? You gave us a sunlight medal. What does it actually do? Sunlight medals. This faintly warm medal, engraved with the symbol of the sun, is the ultimate honor awarded to those who summon the Warrior of Sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. Now, what this sunlight medal is supposed to do is it's used for a covenant called... Warriors of Sunlight or something like that? I'll have to re-look it up. You know that dragon that I fought and I got to that bonfire? Well, that destroyed ruin there is actually his, is actually the covenant. Now, to enter that covenant, you have to at least have 25 faith, unless you help players online, and every time you help a player online, it reduces the requirement by 5. So if I wanted to do that, I've actually helped multiple people online already, so if I wanted to do it, I could. I don't need to mess with it right now, because joining that covenant is only meant for faith-based players, so if you're going to use faith magic and stuff like that, if you're not, it's not really necessary. At least it's not worth it if you're not playing a faith build character. So anyway, let's talk to Lotrick some more.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Well, you were just so happy to... I freed you. Come on, man. Yeah, well, all right. I mean, I guess that's your choice. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go back to Undead Parish and finally tackle the boss there. Finally, I know everyone's just like, get on with it. It's like that. It's like that. What is it? That My Python sketch. Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Get on with it. Everyone's like, okay, calm down. Anyway, but yeah, I think if I remember right, being human, other than being allowed to be invaded as well as summoning people, I think it's harder to be cursed while human, if I remember correctly. Like your curse resistance goes up, I believe. I'll have to double check that, but I believe that's the case. Okay. So anyway, now that we've done that, let's go back and fight those guys again. Now I'm gonna cut to when I get back to the boss door, because you don't need to see me fight those guys. So I'll see you in like a few seconds. Okay, welcome back. I just killed those guys off screen. That only took like a minute. But anyway, now the reason I released Lotrick is and didn't do anything to stop him other than not knowing any better, like if I was a first-time player. But if you let him go, you can actually summon him for the boss fight. So let's go ahead and do that. Knight Lotrick. Now, while we're waiting for him to get summoned, there's another person we can actually summon for this fight too. Now, this boss, I wouldn't say is that hard. I mean, it's tough for first-time players for sure, but I wouldn't call it the toughest fight. But anyway, we can actually summon Knight Solaire as well. All right, we get 2 players for this. Now, this does make the boss a bit stronger, but the AI is actually not too bad in this fight. If I remember correctly, the boss is weak to lightning, I think. I think you could also use fire, but they're not particularly weak against it. But yeah, we get the Knight Solaire, because remember how he said, watch my beacon is the brightest? Well, oh, by the way, if you're also his covenant, the covenant he's a part of, that one that requires faith, you'll actually be gold too. And if you get summoned by other players, you win sunlight medals for playing with you, so it helps you and them out at the same time, for example. But anyway, with Knight Solaire and Knight Lotrick on our side, come on guys, let's take on the boss. By the way, this will probably be a cakewalk with 2 people helping, but yeah, whatever. That's just how it is. I'm just taking advantage of the options in the game, folks. Oh god, it's the Bell Gargoyles. All right, let's take them out. They could jump. They can hit with their halberds. They can jump attack. They can strike with their tail. I'm trying to hit his. They can also breathe fire. Now for this guy, I should die. I want to try and get his tail if I can. But I don't know if I'll be able to. Whoops. Crap. I didn't want to do that, by the way. There we go. Killing his tail drops his axe. So, all right. No. Crap. All right. Yeah. When you give him about half leg, he summons his friend to fight you too. This is why this fight can actually be kind of tough. Is because one, the fire, and two, because he summons another gargoyle to fight you. Actually, usually I don't have that tough of a time with this guy, but I don't know. Huh. Well. Oh, I also got the gargoyle helm. That's a rare drop as well. Nice. Dang, I just got lucky with that fight. He always drops twin humanities, and you get 10,000 souls for it. But let's see. Yeah, by chopping off his tail, we get. Let me show you his gargoyle. Actually, I think it dropped. Yeah, we get the gargoyle halberd for chopping off his tail. Now, if you don't get it here, there is another opportunity to get later in the game, so don't worry about it too much. But the gargoyle halberd. Halberd of the gargoyle, guarding the bell of awakening in the undead church. Perfectly standard bronze halberd without any special power. Now, that's true in a way, but I'll show you what it does really quick while we're waiting. Yeah, I kind of messed up that fight a bit. It wasn't as smooth as it probably should have been, and I probably would have gotten either killed or hurt because of without the two companions. So, well, I never said it was perfect at this game. But anyway, yeah, I don't have the stats for it. I'm not really going to use it, but I just want to show you what it does. Oh. Huh, it's supposed to like look like it's extending when you attack it. Oh well. Oh no, it's the tail axe, sorry. Oh no, this is another rare drop, sorry. That's the gargoyle's halberd. That doesn't always drop, so that's one rare drop. No, this is what I'm talking about, sorry. The gargoyle tail axe, this is the one you have to chop his tail off in the game, sorry. Sliced tail of the gargoyle guarding the bell of awakening in the undead church, or patrolling in Anor Londo. Can be used as a bronze battle axe. Bends dramatically during large attacks, owing to its nature as its tail. That's what I mean. Sorry, yeah, the gargoyle's halberd, yeah, is a standard halberd. That's all it is. So, but yeah, if you pay attention, that the thing kind of, yeah, see how it extends and bends and stuff like that. Yeah, kind of neat. Not gonna use it, but you can if you want. Let's go back to our claymore. Although I might switch out this weapon. This wasn't as effective on the against the bell gargoyles as I thought it would be. So anyway, before we finish off this adventure, let's go ahead and ring that bell, shall we? All right. Luckily, no bosses. We've cleared it out. Yeah, I wouldn't say that boss. Like I said, I mean, yeah, I wasn't as smooth with the bosses as I probably could have, but its challenge is the fact that there's two of them. But if you just kind of pay attention, you know, either keep your shield out or dodge around, you can beat them. So I mean, if you're magic, you magic them from range. If you're faith build, lightning works on them. If you're melee, just kind of keep your shield up and kind of move around, stay out of their fire, stuff like that. But anyway, all right, the first bell. You know, the crestfallen warrior said to use these bells. So we got one of two. One more to go. Let's ring that bell. Alright, one of two. Ready to go. Oh, I forgot to show off the gargoyle helmet as well, so let's click that really quick. Actually, is it better than my helmet? I've only upgraded my helmet once. So, technically it looks like it's a little heavier. Oh no, it's lighter. It's not. If I leveled it up, it'd actually be a bit better. It's actually got pretty good magic defense. I don't need it now, but I might go ahead and wear it. But anyway, the gargoyle helmet is also another rare drop from the bell gargoyle. Like I said, there's another chance to get it. Not required, but hey, that's an option. Helm of the Gargoyle, an enchanted creature that guarded the Bell of Awakening of the Belfrey of the Undead Church. This bronze helm was for mere appearance sakes, as gargoyle skin is naturally hard. Little in the way of defense can be expected from it. You know, let's go and wear it. Why not? We got a win from it. Alright. I'm cool looking. Alright, let's go back down the tower. There we go. I always have trouble getting myself to slide for some reason on that. But yeah, now we need to figure out where the other bell is. Luckily, we've actually been told, or we've already been told where it is, and we've already got a means to get to there in the first place, so. Anyway, what the heck are you? How'd you get here? Like, seriously, you just popped up like a goddamn jack-in-the-box.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the partner. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Oswald, huh? The partner? Now, Oswald, what he can do is allows you to abandon a covenant without causing a riffle with your covenant. Now, when you abandon a covenant, you gotta remember that if you have items that improve the level of it, those get reduced by half of requirement. I also think I don't think you drop, or do you drop a level? It's been a while since I did that. You can also request absolution. This happens if you have killed friendly NPCs, or you've attacked other players. If you're playing just the nice guy route, you don't have to worry about that, but something to think about. Anyway, let's learn the gesture. Well, what is it? Gesture from him. And you can also purchase purging stones from him, which reduces curse. There's a couple places you might want that. Indictment, which means you can report trespass, and basically every time you're invaded, you can report them, and that means people with certain covenants will automatically find and invade people like that. So it's a way to get back at people who invade you. The only problem is people who try to invade the invaders need to be as powerful or more powerful, so you just have to be aware of that. I'm going to do that just because. Homeward Bones, so you can get back to your bonfires. Book of Guilty, so you can check indicted players. This is only for online, so if you're not doing online, don't worry about it. He sells the Karmic Justice Faith, which means it does heavy damage to people who've been indicted, which is nice. If you're using Faith, Velka's Talisman, this actually improves with intelligence Faith builds, weirdly enough. So if you if you want to use Faith, but you don't want to build up your Faith stat, you can actually equip this. Now, it'll never be better if you straight up level up Faith, but it's at least a good alternative if you want to do kind of a Faith sorcery build. Velka's Talisman is the one you want to use for that. He also sells Bloodbite Ring for bleeding resistance. We haven't come across that. We will here in the future. Ring of Sacrifices, which are nice if you don't want to lose your souls and humanity, and poison resistance, which we'll need eventually. So this is definitely one to think about getting. I don't have the souls for that. I'll probably farm off screen and buy those.
How honorable of you.
And Dickman is basically when you use it, it goes away. So anyway, with the Belfrey Gargoyles out of the way, we've got more to go. We need to find the other bell tower to unlock our way towards to our destiny. But there are many places we can go and many optional ways to go. And perhaps the second bell can wait only slightly, as I've got to tend to my garden, so to speak. So we'll figure out what that means next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And don't go hollow now, you hear?